British Grand Prix is celebrating its 75th anniversary of being part of F1 this year, so I thought it would be interesting to take a look back at where it first started in 1950. Grand Prix racing had existed before, but not as an organised championship. In 1950, the FIA established the World Championship of Drivers, ergo it became the first year being recognised as a World Championship. The first round of the championship was held at Silverstone as part of a 7-round series. It was called the Grand Prix d'Europe and was deemed prestigious to have such a title. It was the first time Britain had been granted the privilege and the first time it had been awarded outside of France or Italy. The circuit was 2.8 miles long and based at an old airfield. The track was 50 to 55 feet wide and the longest straight was 850 yards. Half of the corners were considered to be taken at 3-figure speeds. In terms of the race programme, at 10:30 there was a procession of official cars. Next came the support race, the International 500cc. Among the entrants was a young Stirling Moss who was seen at the time as Britain's star of tomorrow. There was a BRM demonstration at 12 o'clock. This was BRM's attempt to gather interest and funding to get it off the ground. At 2 o'clock Their Majesties the King and Queen would arrive, drive around the course, meet some of the drivers and watch from the royal stand. This was the first time anyone from the royal family had attended a Grand Prix in Britain. Finally, the Grand Prix d'Europe would get underway at 3 o'clock. The race was 70 laps, which was estimated to take 2 hours and 15 minutes. As for the fans attending the race, it cost 7 shillings to get in, which is about £14. Race programmes were 1 shilling, which is around £2 now. In the programme, it hoped fans had brought their stopwatches in order to get maximum enjoyment from the race. Rodney Walkley provided announcements over the loudspeaker, and scoreboards around the circuit would track the leaders' positions. The car manufacturers consisted of Alfa Romeo, Alta, ERA, Maserati and Talbot. Ferrari didn't enter the first race and was referred to in the programme as a regrettable absence. It was later reported Enzo Ferrari was unhappy with the appearance money the organisers were willing to pay, and also rivals Alfa Romeo would probably beat them. The cars were either 1.5 litre supercharged or 4.5 litre naturally aspirated. Any fuel can be used and the car can be of any size and length, but the car must be equipped with mirrors and a flame-proof bulkhead between the engine and driver. The faster cars of the Alfa Romeo could output around 340 horsepower, compared to the slower ERA cars, which couldn't produce more than 220 horsepower. With the rules being so flexible, it allowed bigger differentiation between the manufacturers. There were 24 drivers in the field, featuring Juan Manuel Fangio and Prince Bira of Siam, as it was known at the time. The home favourite was Reg Parnell, who was invited to be the 4th driver for Alfa Romeo. According to the race programme, Grand Prix drivers do not normally have to undergo strict physical training. Moderation in eating, drinking and smoking is sufficient. For motor racing is a test of brain rather than brawn. How times have changed. In terms of racing their competitors, drivers were expected to overtake on the left in order to uphold French racing customs. 21 drivers started the race, 11 completed it, and 3 finished on the lead lap. The Alfa Romeos were dominant, finishing 1st, 2nd and 3rd in their Alfetta 158. Giuseppe Nino Farina took the victory, winning the Mervyn O'Gorman Trophy, £500 and £30 for the fastest lap, which was 1 minute 50 seconds. His average speed was 99 miles per hour. Home favourite Reg Parnell finished 3rd. 4th place and below were at least 2 laps away, such was the dominance of the Alfa Romeo. Points were awarded to the first 5 drivers, 9 for the winner, 6 for 2nd, 4 for 3rd, 3 for 4th and 2 for 5th. Geoffrey Crosley, who retired from the race, said, "The Alphas were in a race of their own. They were at least 8 seconds a lap faster than the British cars, so they came past us every 15 laps or so." So this was where it all started, at a disused airfield in Northamptonshire. What started as a new and exciting venture following the war is still as popular as ever. Back then there were said to be 150,000 fans there on race day. In 2024 there were 164,000. And in 2025 I'll be going along. Might even see you there. See you on the next lap.